You've heard the discussion, Senator. Would $1.5 trillion in this extra spending bill, would that give you what you want and need in Louisiana?
Okay, so let's break it out, Stu.
Yep.
There's actually three different bills we're talking about. One is the bipartisan infrastructure bill, which we need and everybody needs to address pent-up infrastructure needs. We then have a disaster relief bill, which we are going to need after Hurricane Ida, which is separate, which will obviously benefit the people in the Northeast, hopefully helping them to recover their lives. And then lastly, there is this reconciliation bill. What's in it? If this is going to be the appropriation bill for next year, what is the relative amount that goes into defense for an increasingly dangerous world? How much goes into funding new mandatory programs, which will drive up our debt and deficit? So I think you really have to see what's in that bill before you can decide whether you're for it or against it.
It reminds me of Speaker Pelosi. You have to pass it so you can find out what's in it. I mean, not that you're going to do that, Senator, but it brings back those memories. Now, the Ida wreaked havoc in Louisiana, and I know you've been touring the damage. Can you give us an update?
Yeah, so there's still, I think last time I checked, 600,000 people without electricity. Some folks will be without electricity until the end of this month. September tends to be a hot month in Louisiana, so imagine having no electricity and long lines at the gas station. So even if you have a generator, you don't have generator-powered electricity. There is just a set of circumstances that's incredibly difficult. By the way, that's why I think we need to pass the infrastructure bill. It has billions for resiliency, and we've learned if we invest in resiliency, we can withstand these natural disasters much better. So a lot of things to do in my state, but I could also say there's a lot of things to do across our nation when it comes to resiliency.
But as things stand, you expect to get the money that Louisiana wants and needs, right?
Well, so for the disaster relief, there's nothing for sure. Southwest Louisiana got hit by 2 hurricanes, one on top of the other last year. They're still waiting for the disaster relief money. There are still people who are homeless related to a storm a year ago. So just because there's been a disaster and Americans are homeless does not necessarily mean that relief is quickly forthcoming. So I'm hoping that it comes. And by the way, I'm hoping to also have the needs met for the people in Southwest Louisiana. In this case, it's coupled with folks hurt in Northeast Louisiana. Again, not just about Louisiana. It's about Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York. What can we do to help those fellow Americans as well? And if you tie them together, hopefully we have a package which benefits all.
Our thoughts and prayers go to the people of Louisiana. And Senator, thank you very much for being here to represent them. We appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stu.
Yes, sir.